What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you like my content. Today, I'm going to be creating ads using ChatGPT. So you'll see an example right here on the screen. Using ChatGPT, I was able to create this logo, create this bottle, and create this advertisement pretty much just with prompts, with really nothing else besides prompts. So today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that. We're going to be doing a few different examples throughout this video, but just going to play around with the new ChatGPT-4o image generation, and specifically we're going to be creating ads, but I'll also be creating or showing you how I created the logo and then how you can actually create product designs using this as well. So I have some examples and we'll be doing some things live. So let's get into it. In order to start this off, I thought of a fun little experiment we can do just to kind of show how powerful this is. And we're going to be using Mountain Dew as our example. So in the past, obviously, you had to create these images manually. They took, the actual images of the cans, you made them into transparent images, you put them on this background that you create, and you have this image that you create by yourself. Now, what you're able to do is actually take an image like this Mountain Dew can or this updated Mountain Dew can, and we can actually first save this image here. So we're going to save it. We're going to call it Mountain Dew can. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top here and you're going to see there's this image right here. So what I'm going to try to do is prompt ChatGPT to create this exact image using only the can that we have here. So nothing else besides the can. Now, obviously the background image isn't going to look perfect, but we will do our best with trying to create this. So let's come over to ChatGPT, starting new. And what we're going to do is we are going to write out our prompt. I'm going to write the prompt and then I will read it. Okay, we have our prompt here. Now, before we get into what this actually creates, if you're interested in joining an ads community, go to school.com/surfsideppc or surfsideppc.com/community, and you can join my ads community where we talk about Google ads, basically anything advertising, anything marketing. So if you're interested, come join my community. For now, let's come back over here and let's see what this comes up with. So we're going to take this can. We have our prompt here. I want you to create an image using the attached Mountain Dew can. Image should show a hand holding the Mountain Dew can in the forefront. That's where the focus should be. The hand should come in from the right side of the picture, holding the Mountain Dew can. In the background should be a blurry photo of a seated man on a large rock in a green field in front of a creek, handing a woman who is standing next to him a Mountain Dew can from a cooler. So it's not perfect. You could actually probably prompt this image to say, hey, ChatGPT, can you describe this image? And then basically have them create it that way. But basically, hand coming in from the right side of the screen, Mountain Dew can is the focus. Ours will probably look a little bit different. And I could probably say add some of these details of like the can being open, some Mountain Dew coming out. We'll add that detail. Why not? Let's add that really quickly. Okay, so we're going to say holding the Mountain Dew can, which looks like it has just been opened. So we'll see how ChatGPT interprets all of this. And now we need to wait a little bit for this image to actually be created. So I'm going to click on enter and we're going to wait for this image to generate. Okay, after waiting a minute or two, this is what we ended up getting. So actually pretty good when you look at the original image. So you have man sitting on a rock handing this to a woman out of a cooler, a Mountain Dew can, and we have this in the forefront. You could see pretty similar overall look here in terms of, what we're doing. Kind of looks like she's handing him the Mountain Dew, but I guess that's not exactly it. You see a little cooler here. In some ways, this is a little bit better than the other one, but this one honestly looks like a better image with the water in the background. So overall, pretty close to what this looks like. The overall meaning is exactly what we're going for. So pretty good overall. Like probably do the outfits a little better. So they're wearing more kind of outdoorsy type of outfits if that's what we're looking for. But that was the first example I wanted to use. Now what I want to do is go through some of the things that I did earlier. So I created a logo. I created a whole new brand pretty much using ChatGPT. Figured I'd create a sunscreen brand. So obviously not a real sunscreen. I have a new brand called Happy Shark Sunscreen. Want it to be a fun and playful sunscreen company. Appeals to people that want to visit the beach, spend their time in the sun. So I would like my logo to include a minimalist shark icon that would resemble a happy great white shark. Include the text Happy Shark Sunscreen. So that is the brand name. And now we have a logo created just that quickly. Now what I did was a quick Google search and basically just searched for shark icons. I found this one, which I like, directly from Shutterstock. Sorry, Shutterstock. I took this, copied it, and put this right here. Now you may run into some issues where this is close enough to this. Don't know how all of that would work in terms of copywriting, everything like that. It's different. So I really am not 100% sure, but I'm not using this. So it's not something I'm actually doing. interesting. So I really like the logo, especially the text. Create one additional logo variation would be similar. I want to incorporate a shark icon that looks like this one. So they use a shark icon. Actually looks a little bit better to me. It looks better for a logo. Happy Shark Sunscreen. We are pretty much ready to create a logo. This took me all of 5 minutes. Now I try to change the text color. After looking through everything, I really like this logo. So what I basically said was, can you just give me a white background with this? So now we've created a logo that quickly, and that was really without testing. It wasn't like, okay, try these 5 different icons, try this, try that. I will create a video like that because I want to do like redesigning the Surfside PPC logo. Not that I'll probably use a brand new logo, but just kind of seeing what ChatGPT can come up with is pretty interesting to me. Now what I wanted to do next is create an actual bottle. So take this logo and I want you to create a sunscreen bottle. Now I gave a very basic prompt. What I tried to do was actually get a little bit of a better design, but what I realized was that saying create an image of an SPF 50 sunscreen bottle with a white background, a lot of times it made the bottle white too. So saying white background made the bottle white, even if I said, do a specific design that would have a little bit more detail to it, it still kind of gave me the same thing and just kind of updated the bottle a little bit. This one, I tried to design a bright and inviting image of an SPF 50 sunscreen bottle with a relaxed beachy aesthetic. Think soft sandy tones, gentle waves, coastal charm. This prompt was from ChatGPT, which I'll show you shortly. And perfect for a day at the beach, white background behind the bottle. So clearly what they're kind of missing is that, okay, I wanted a white background and I wanted the bottle itself to look beachy, but that is not what they did. They kind of saw it as, okay, we'll put it on a beach background. But what the cool thing is here is that I said add on the bottle that it is trusted by dermatologists and that it is made in the USA. And we have both of those added there perfectly. They got dermatologists wrong in a couple of my examples, which you'll see. And some of the colors aren't always perfect. And what I've noticed sometimes is when you actually add logos, images, and you want things to be perfect, there's a little bit of a process where they're changing some of the product images slightly. So if you're actually using your own product images, just keep in mind that ChatGPT still may change them slightly. So that ended this conversation. Let's go on to our next example here. So what I was trying to do was get the bottle a little better colors, a little better design. So I did a couple of things here. First, I was using ChatGPT to help me come up with prompts. So one of the things you could do is say, give me a prompt variation. You could also ask for, I need a prompt that is going to actually help me design a sunscreen bottle, like the product itself. So that was one of the things I was trying to do. What I always found was it was very difficult going through the prompts, and they gave me a lot of different examples here. I said, give me an example for a beachy vibe, Miami style, California style, a kid-friendly style, and bright beachy colors. So I was doing a few different things here. What I realized over time was that for the most part, they ended up just doing a slight design with the actual bottle itself. Now looking at this is actually a nice looking sunscreen bottle. Obviously you'd want a little bit more detail on it, but ultimately, I mean, it looks pretty good for a pretty basic prompt. I said, create a product mock-up that would sell well in a retail store, design a sunscreen bottle for my brand, background color that is a pale blue and green gradient, think soft beachy Cape Cod colors, trusted by dermatologists, made in USA, and you can see perfect. So we have this one. I said, I want a new product mock-up. So this one I said, inspired by the vibrant upscale energy of Miami Beach. And the problem is I still did a soft pale blue green gradient. So this one, I ran into an issue where it said, I'll be able to create for you in about 27 minutes. So we are running into some usage issues here, but this is what it ended up coming up with. And I actually thought this looks really good. I mean, for like the second or third one that I created, this looks like a really good bottle. Now what we could do is we could actually download this and take this bottle and say, I want you to create scenes using this exact bottle. And it will do a pretty good job of doing that. Not going to do that right this second. We're going to go into our next example. So this one, what I tried to do was have it create a mock-up that would be beachy on the actual bottle itself. It didn't quite understand that. It also got dermatologists wrong here, which is not the end of the world. I do like it change the color of SPF 50, so I thought that looked good. And the background scene, I mean, this looks like a really good ad image. I mean, this is something you could post to your Instagram and it's, that quickly you're done with a beautiful image. So this one was another one that I liked. Just kind of take my logo and create a product mock-up. Now what we could do is actually say, okay, let me take this one and put it in front of a scene that looks like it's, kids playing outside by the pool. And you could have that in the background. So let's come over here. This was one of my favorite ones, and we're going to do this one for our final example to finish off the video. What I did with this one is I said, I wanted you to design a product mockup for me. It's a sunscreen bottle. Please use the attached sunbun image for the sunscreen bottle shape that I want for my bottle. Next, I want the design of the bottle to have a background like the light blue water droplet image attached. So you can see this one here. And the design on the sunscreen bottle should include my attached logo and should have the following text: SPF 50, trusted by dermatologists, made in USA. This came out really good. I actually really like the way this one came out. Not exactly what I was looking for. Like, I was looking for the droplets basically on the background of the bottle itself. Kind of a difficult thing for ChatGPT to interpret. Can you pull out just the image and set it against a white background? And now we have another product mockup, and I actually like this one better than the other one. I think this is a really good product mockup right now, like especially for what we've, how short and how quick I was able to come up with this. If you are a product designer, you could see how quickly and easily you can come up with these designs with minimal work. And it really takes the logo and matches it really well. It matches they got dermatologists wrong, not the end of the world. You can continue prompting until you get it right. They will fix the text, especially if you take this image and say, can you make sure it says trusted by dermatologists? Tell them to spell it correctly, although for the most part, ChatGPT has been getting it right really well. Now let's finish this off with the final example I want to use. So we'll refresh our page so we have a fresh chat here. Okay, let's make sure we do a new chat. And what we're going to do is we are going to create one final sunscreen bottle. So what I do first is I add the image of my logo. Okay, so I uploaded my logo image here. I actually had a couple of the different examples I want to use. So let me open these real quick. Okay, I can't find the original bottle that I was using, but this is the one I actually took. So I took this bottle. I really wanted to kind of challenge ChatGPT with this. I wanted to create, using this image, I want you to use this bottle design. So basically I wanted to try to remove all of this and just use a very similar bottle. I want it to look this way. And then what I want to do is put it against a background that looks like this. So what I actually did is I just did a search for sunscreen bottle, and that one came up. And then I did a search, and I can't find it now. Maybe it's right in front of my face. I don't see it. We could have done the same thing with this one. This is another one I was considering doing. And then what I also did is I just searched yellow gradient background. I was like, let me just find a different color, make a completely different design. And then I found this to kind of really challenge ChatGPT to say, okay, let's take this product design that we have, so this bottle design, and then when I want you to put this background on the bottle, we're designing a product, put my logo on it, and then put some additional text on there. So let's go in and let's do our prompt, and let's see what we can come up with over here. Okay, we've uploaded our logo. Now let's upload our other two images. Okay, we have our bottle. We have what I want to be put on the bottle, basically. Like, I want this gradient background as part of the bottle, and then we want obviously our logo on there, and we're going to add some text as well. Okay, we have our prompt here. So what we have is, I want you to create an image. I like to start with, I want you to create an image, so that we can start basically with a task for ChatGPT. You could also say, I did some prompts where it's like, you are an expert product designer. You could start with that. It's kind of the role task, using role task and then framework. And that's kind of what you're trying to do in terms of telling ChatGPT what to do, how to act. I want you to create an image for a new product design for my sunscreen. The image should be a sunscreen bottle. I want you to use the sunscreen bottle design attached for the shape of my product. That will be the shape of the sunscreen bottle. Next, I want the cap of the bottle to remain white. I want the design and the rest of the bottle to have colors of yellow and blue gradient attached. That should be the color design on the sunscreen bottle itself. I want you to add my logo to the bottle to represent my brand, Happy Shark Sunscreen. I want you to include the following text on the bottle: SPF 50, trusted by dermatologists, made in USA, lightweight sunscreen lotion. So we have a full prompt of the exact product design that we want ChatGPT to create. Now let's see how it does in just one shot. Okay, we're about a minute or two later, and this is what we have. This is really impressive. We have the exact bottle that we were looking for. So we have the bottle here. We have the background image here that looks perfect. That looks even better than using that. And we have our logo still exactly how we want it to look. So now let's download this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to do two different things with it. We're going to create two more images, then finish up the video. So let's do the first video. Yes, this is helpful. Maybe this will give me some extra time playing around with the tool. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to create like an ad design image with this with a background, and then we're going to do one more, kind of showing you 2 different examples of things that we can do. So first, let's prompt one. Okay, I want you to do a woman's hand holding the sunscreen bottle, and the background should be a blurry scene of children playing in a pool in the backyard. Should be a nice sunny day, and the focus should be on the sunscreen bottle. Please do not change the look of the sunscreen bottle. Add the text "Mom approved." We want to upload this image again, so don't assume that ChatGPT is going to take this image perfectly. Just upload it again here. Okay, and now we're going to prompt it again. Okay, first time I ran into this, I couldn't generate the image you requested because it violates our content policies. My guess is the "Mom approved." That's the only thing I can think. The other thing would be a blurry scene of children playing in the pool in the background. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say take out, just do a blurry scene of a busy backyard pool. Okay, it should be a nice sunny day, and focus should be on the sunscreen bottle. Please do not change the look of the sunscreen bottle. Okay, so blurry scene of a busy backyard, we'll say family pool. Okay, perfect. And we'll click on enter. Let's see what we get this time. Okay, and you can see here's actually one of the biggest issues I've seen. So the bottle actually looks slightly different. If you look at the logo and you look at this logo, it's just a little bit different of a logo. So if you are creating these, you may have to get a little creative and be able to replace the logos on some of these and make sure it just looks how it's supposed to look. You could also, again, just reprompt and try to do things that are a little more simple. I'm going to do one more thing here where we're going to try to have an existing image with a product, and we're going to try to place our bottle there instead of the existing image. So the last example that we're going to use is I'm going to use this image. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get our sunscreen bottle to be changed in the exact example. So let's see if we can do it. I'm going to upload my image again. Okay, uploaded 2 images. So we have this image here. We have our product image yet again. And what we have is create an image that replaces the orange sunscreen bottles being used in the one picture to my sunscreen bottle in the image attached. Now, how I generally do this, which could be a little better if you do it, is naming these correctly and making sure I do like an image attached one. So I try to name things so that it's easier for ChatGPT to determine which ones I'm actually talking about. I want it to look like someone is using my sunscreen instead of the orange bottle in the picture. So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to say my sunscreen is the Happy Shark sunscreen attached. Okay, let's see if we can get it to do this one for us. I don't know if it'll be, hopefully it processes the AVIF file. I'm assuming it can. Okay, we got a cooldown, so I have to wait about 21 minutes. So we're going to wait the 21 minutes and I'll be back to do this again. Okay, my cooldown period should be up. So we're going to create an image, replace the orange sunscreen bottle that is being used in the one picture to my sunscreen bottle image attached. I want it to look like someone is using my and we're going to, okay, my sunscreen is the Happy Shark sunscreen attached. Please replace the orange. Sometimes I do these things, repeat myself throughout the prompt just so it's very clear what I'm looking for. Maybe it confuses the ChatGPT. But ultimately what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as much, really hammer down like this is what I'm looking for you to do. Please replace the orange sunscreen bottle with my bottle. Okay, so we said it multiple times. We have our images attached here. Now let's see what we come up with. This will be our final prompt for this video. Now, while this is being made, what we'll do really quickly is just go through some of the other things I showed. So this first one was where I came up with a logo. So very easy just to start with a brand new logo for a brand that didn't even exist before I created this logo today. We replaced it with an icon that I like a little bit better, tried to update some of the colors in it. I actually didn't like that color too much. This one, it didn't really take. I tried to get sunscreen to be a different color to kind of match the shark, and that one didn't really happen. I said, you know what, this is a nice looking logo. I mean, when you look at a logo like a Sunbum, I mean, this would be a nice logo for a sunscreen brand. Happy Shark sunscreen, Happy Shark sunscreen, and we put it on a bottle very quickly, easily. I tried to get it to a different design, and it basically just replaced the bottle itself. Tried to do a different design. It took the bottle, put it on the beach. So we have our first ad image here. This took all of, a half hour from start to finish, and it'll probably be much quicker as soon as these images start being created a little bit quicker. Wouldn't be surprised if they speed them up. Next, I was like, okay, let's try to get a better bottle created. So trusted by dermatologists, tried to get a color here. So I told it to do a pale blue-green. This is what we ended up with. Then I said do a pale blue-green gradient, and this is what we came up with. This is actually one of my favorite bottles that it created. Happy Shark sunscreen, trusted by dermatologists, made in USA. I forgot in my prompt to put SPF 50, so that's my fault. So if we had SPF 50 here, this bottle itself, to me, would rival a lot of bottles that are already being sold, and to me, it would stand out in the store, in my opinion. Next one, we said to create, I was trying to create a beachy scene on the bottle. That one hasn't really ever worked for me. I think when you say beach scene, it's just automatically, okay, let's put a beach in the background. That one didn't really work for me. What we started with, okay, so here, well, there we go. Look how easy that is. Happy Shark sunscreen, trusted by dermatologists, made in USA. Logo is still a little wonky. This is the one area where I think people aren't kind of being, if you're posting, hey, this is a perfect tool, this is kind of the one area, and obviously this is the first iteration of this tool, so I would assume it's going to keep improving. Now, this is a pretty easy fix for any designer. So if you're a designer and you already have that background, it's very easy to replace this with the actual logo itself. So that would kind of be your next step there. But we have this created. It looks really good. I mean, this is way better than, and I did it all using AI. We didn't have to hire a model. We didn't have to do anything. We went over our Mountain Dew example. We basically took a Mountain Dew can. I said, let's recreate this picture, and this is what we ended up getting here. So overall, you can kind of see how this tool works, some of the different things that we did. There's a few things I tried throughout this that just didn't really work. But one of the cool things was you could actually say, okay, I said to create this image of this bottle, and then this one was one I actually really liked. This was probably my favorite version of it. And now what I could do is download this and I can use this over and over as my bottle. Now, the other one that I created was this one. This one looks pretty good too. So you could play around and kind of see what product design you actually like. This was one of the better looking ones because they didn't really mess up my logo too much there. You use that gradient pretty perfectly the way that I asked for it and actually put it on the same exact bottle. So very, very smart image generation and easy to create ads pretty quickly, easy to put together a logo, an entire brand, and even a product design. So pretty cool. We'll probably keep playing around with this tool. I'll create some more videos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today. And if you're interested in more advertising information, go to surfsideppc.com/community, join my community and, get involved, ask questions, answer questions. I want to create the biggest ads community on the planet. So let's get to it. Thanks again for watching my video.